Good morning, good morning. This is Miss J.J. Diamond, Jacqueline Richardson, Deja, Jackie, whatever y'all call me. I hope y'all all feeling good out there. Thank God for being here another day. Ooh, so thankful. Let's check the weather here today in Charlotte. Alexa, what's the weather today here in Charlotte?
Right now in Charlotte, it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast has lots of clouds, with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 33 degrees.
A little chilly out there. I'm sitting here drinking my tea, and I'm going to talk to y'all this morning because a lot of y'all don't get what's going on, and it's sad that y'all minds are not up to par. And I'm not calling y'all stupid, but I'm just saying up to par to understand what's going on in the world today. Okay, granted, they're trying to compare the Black Lives Matter protests to this protest. It's two different type of protests. That protest was about death. The Black Lives Matter protest. Yes, that was about death. This protest is about life. Okay? It's two different things. Okay? Yes, we know they were wrong for what they've done to the black people when they was out there protesting. Okay? We know. Yes. It was plain to see. Okay? And I'm hearing people talk about, oh, the police are taking pictures with the protesters. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, and I'm going to break this thing down to y'all people so y'all can get the knowledge. But see, we know the minds, we know those that don't have investments. We know those that never made six figures and above. We know those that are really not invested in their lives because they will understand this fight that's going on right now. Okay. And I'm going to speak out on it because I was one of the ones that suffered when the Democrats was in office. Okay? So I'm going to be the one to break this down to y'all. One, the bills that Biden is trying to pass, okay, is going to hurt anybody that's making six figures and above. Okay? Now, mind you, he's going to raise taxes. Now, for those that don't know, y'all constantly talk about, oh, fix your credit so you can buy a house. When you buy a house, it doesn't belong to you if you have a mortgage. It belongs to the bank. It belongs to the government. Okay? Because you have to pay taxes on that house. So there could be people that worked every day of their lives, make $60,000, $70,000 a year. Okay? That still fits in the poor category. However, because they own a home that's above $400,000 or in that bracket, their taxes are going to go up. So if they don't make enough money, especially after this pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. So how are they going to pay their taxes? Does that make sense, people? Now, I want y'all to come up to speed with this. Sometimes things got to be broken down. And I mean, I'm not a full Trump supporter, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't even vote. But I just want to let y'all know what's going on in the world. Okay, I don't vote because I was told I couldn't vote because I have a nonprofit. I help the people of the community, so I couldn't vote. That's in certain states. That's in North Carolina and I was told another state. I didn't know before I moved to North Carolina that was going to be a part of, me owning my nonprofit down here. But once I got here, I got to learn what, my stipulations was. However, you have people out here right now that has lost six-figure jobs, okay, and have investments. Like myself, I have stocks. I just got into the Bitcoin thing, and they up. I'm loving it, actually. people that have pensions that they don't work 20 years for, that's going to be taxed. Okay? Wall Street going to want a part of their portion. You know, when you cash out. So you're not thinking about all that. Especially you young people. You're not thinking about the people that already have investments in life, not death. And that's why this problem exists. Okay? Now, if y'all was paying attention back before this pandemic came along and Trump was in office, there was a lot of wars to be met, okay? And Trump also ceased them wars, okay? Some he did, and some we still got, some ready to still come at us, okay? But they waiting to see how long we going to be fighting against each other before they come in, okay? So we got unfinished business also, okay? When we go to war, guess who money they're using? The taxpayers. Of course, for those that don't really pay taxes or run from the government, won't know these things. Okay? So this is why the people are angry. Because they won't be able to live. There are going to be more people on the food stamp line getting EPT. Okay? There's going to be more homeless people. Okay? I'm going to tell you this story yesterday. I had to laugh at this police officer. You know, I had to touch base with this police officer because we had some community drama, you know, and I had to step in, you know, because I'm one of the leaders in the community. So, you know, when things go down, you know, we can come out and try to, you know, shut it down so nobody won't go to jail, you know, because I don't believe in nobody going to jail, you know what I mean? Especially if you didn't do no heavy crime. Now, if you out here murdering somebody or you killing people and stuff, that's one thing. You're a savage, you're an animal. That's where you should be, in a cage. However, for some petty crimes, arguments and stuff like that, I don't ever see where a person should go to jail, you know. However, this incident happened, so we started talking about the community, and my the cop that was out there, he said, "Well, y'all need to get a lawyer." I said, "A lawyer? A lawyer? Ain't nobody afford a lawyer?" And he's like, I said, "Do you know what the minimum wage here in Charlotte is? $7.25. Oh, you don't know because you make $35,000-$40,000, so you don't know. But yeah, the minimum wage is $7.25. Just because we live in condos don't mean we rich. Well, we can go out here and drop thousands of dollars on a lawyer to get things done. It don't work that way. Because you're not on this side, so you don't see me. Okay? You just looking at the reality of it. Well, this is what I would do. I would get a lawyer. But we're in two different brackets. So how are you telling me to get a lawyer? Then he says, "Oh, well, you can go and apply for a free lawyer, but then I have to take off of work to go do that and stand in the courthouse and apply for some legal aid to help me. And then there's no guarantee they're going to help me. So now I lost a day's pay. Losing a day's pay is like losing today, in today's time, is losing 1/3 of your rent or your car note or whatever the case may be. So how do I get this done? I can't because I'm poor. Okay? And that's the way I threw it at him. Not saying that I am poor, you know what I mean? Because if I really needed a lawyer, I can go get one. But the fact still remains. Think about the poor people out here that really can't. They can't do it. They just can't. This is what the Democrats has done to America. Okay? And granted, the last Democrats that was in office, you know, you remember Obama, that was my heart. You know what I mean? He's still my heart, but he couldn't make things change. He was only able to make certain changes. Okay? So we still suffered. Do you know what it's like to make 6 figures? Okay? And you got to give the government 20,000 of that 6 figures? Do you know what that feels like? That's been my life. Okay? And then to be turn around and have to give them another $5,000 on top of that the following year because they find something else. Oh, you just made a little bit too much money and we need this. You don't know what it feels like. So you can't, but wait a minute. And that's not the kicker. That is not the kicker. The kicker is I had a business and I couldn't afford to keep the business because the government was taking the money. Okay? So I decided to let the business go and go back to the work world. My status of life is so high that I can't even find a job with my worth. That's the kicker. To pay all of these bills. To pay them taxes back. Okay? So look at the cycle. I want you to pay attention to the cycle. Now, I'm telling y'all my own life, what I went through within the last 7 years. And I still owe the government money. I'm still $5,000 in the hole. So this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Y'all need to understand these protests are 2 different types of protests. That protest, Black Lives Matter, was because we lost a lot of black people to violence of the hands of the police. The ignorance of the police. Okay? This protest is about our lives from today on. Will you survive? Now I'm going to tell you about the music side of things. Okay? Y'all want to talk about this ain't our fight? Be okay. For the music industry, it is your fight. Because for the last 10 years, these companies has been taking all y'all money. Okay? To live stream y'all music. And if you're not on social media, sticking your finger up your nose, talking about pooping or sticking your finger up your a-hole, you're not going to make any money. It's worthless. Okay? And that's not how the music industry was in the past. People made money. Real money. There's companies that's failing, big companies, because of this. So do you see where the fight is? It's about y'all living. Because y'all about to die in this industry. And that's what they want, especially the rappers. Okay? Because y'all making too much money. Y'all up there with the athletes. And they don't like it. You're just a rapper, according to them. Y'all need to see the fights. Understand the fights. This is about money. This has nothing to do with death. That's why you've seen the police officers with the protesters. Because they have investments as well. Because they have 401ks. They're going to be retiring in 20, 30 years whenever they decide. That's why. People that work any job that get that's going to be getting a retirement check or pension is going to have to deal with what's getting ready to happen to the world, to America. I don't give a damn if you only make $30,000 a year. You still gonna pay them taxes. because that money accrued. And when that money accrued, it gained interest. And then you got to pay taxes on that every single year. So y'all need to pay attention to what's going on. You know, I get tired of seeing my people be so, what is this word I want to look? You know, because it's simpler just to call people dummies, but it's not right. And I know it's not right. And I make that mistake a lot. You know what I mean? And I apologize if I ever called you a dummy. You know what I mean? And that's not the right word to use. And I misuse that word. But people need to self-knowledge themselves. Okay? And like I said, Trump wasn't the best president, but he wasn't the worst. Okay? And that's what people need to understand. He wasn't as bad as y'all thought he was. Because, and I'm going to say this again, I think I said it on my last podcast. I remember coming up and we was getting stimulus checks and all I received was $175. And then one year we received $300. This man got $1,200 approved for you people. $1,200. That was unheard of. And I got to live this war out right with y'all. And I ain't even a part of it because I didn't even vote. So y'all think about my seat in this. Because y'all chose what y'all wanted to choose. I still got to live this out with y'all. So you damn right, I'm angry. I'm angry too. Because I have stocks. Stocks that I couldn't cash because it wasn't worth it when the Democrats was in office. That's why I'm still broke. I couldn't find a job for what I was worth. I'm worth $35 an hour. And I got to work for fucking, I'm not supposed to be cursing. I got to work for $15 and $18 an hour. I'm angry. And then y'all want to, oh, well, they wasn't like this with the Black Lives Matter. It was a total two different type of protests. Know what they're protesting for. So for all of those that call themselves fixing their credits, oh, you're not going to be able to afford a house now. Poor man. But y'all didn't know that. And it wasn't my job. I couldn't speak on it because I'm not supposed to be able to. Okay? But now I'm speaking on it because I'm angry. Because stuff is about to go down. And I got to be a part of it because of other people's decisions. Because y'all wasn't smart enough to see what was going on. Or y'all wasn't making enough money to know what was going on. Y'all about to see. I lived it. I lived to losing my home. I lived to being homeless. Because the government took all my damn money. And I'm still living it. But y'all would never understand that because y'all don't make no money, so y'all don't understand nothing about any money. Oh, what's that rapper? What he say? You can't, what do he say? You can't miss something you never had. And I get it now because y'all ain't never had no money. Y'all don't know what it feels like to lose any money. I'm older. Okay, I'm about to retire. I would like to keep some of my monies I worked for. Oh, yeah, I want to keep some. I think I deserve it. So y'all need to pay attention. Get your monies up, and then y'all understand some things. And for all those this year that thought that they was balling, oh, they getting ready to shut y'all down. They're about to put y'all in my category, and I want to see how y'all feel then. It's a lot that comes with this balling thing. Okay? It's a lot. But y'all would never understand that. I had to take care of my family. I worked hard every day. Sweat and tears. For my people. My kids miss me every day of my life. But the more money I made, the more money they took. So I had to get another job and another job to supplement what the government took, which made them take even more because I got another job. So do y'all get it now? This is why people keep investing. This is why people keep making more money, because they have no other choice. Because as soon as they make this amount, the government wants all of this money, and then it's not going to add up. The profit is not going to add up. And you're like, wait a minute, hold on. And they change this thing yearly, y'all. Okay? And he's saying, wait a minute. Why is this not adding up? I gotta make some more money. I gotta go get into another investment or get me another job so I can compensate what I lost. And then they wind up taking more. Oh, well, now you don't got that other job. We got to take some more of that. It looked good in the beginning. That's why the rich becomes richer. Because they have to find more ways to make money because the government takes it all. Do y'all understand now? Do you understand that when you buy a car or a house, you do not own that car or house? If you have a mortgage or you have a car note. It doesn't belong to you until it's paid off in full. So you need to understand that. I mean, a lot of rich people here in Charlotte, their theory was, just get rid of the money, just give it away.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
And Siri, I didn't ask you anything. Lady, quiet. Minding people's business. As I was saying, they started giving away the money. Because they're like, I'm not going, then this is one of the reasons why I had my nonprofit. I'm like, y'all just give away the money so that way you don't have to pay so much high taxes. Then I can put it back into the community. I don't have to pay taxes, with the nonprofit. We put it back into the community. But everybody holding on to their dollar. And now the Democrats is about to make y'all come up off that. Y'all didn't want to give it to the streets. So we're going to take it. This is what y'all asked for. Don't get mad after you ask for something. Okay? So I don't want to see y'all 2 years from now sobbing in your sorrows because this is what y'all asked for. I'm already on the bottom, so it don't matter to me. For real. I mean, but it does a little bit because I do have investments. But I'm on the bottom, so it don't matter to me. I don't own no homes. You know what I mean? So ain't nobody going to be taking nothing from me if I can't pay my taxes. You know what I mean? Them bank-owned homes, those are for the people that didn't pay their taxes. When you go out and buy a house, the people that not own a home are well, how can I say it? It's not leasing anyway. I don't know what to call it. But y'all all one paycheck away from being homeless. And it will be like that for the next 4 years. And maybe even longer if y'all minds don't get right. Even those that own homes. And then the government's going to have a way to help you. They'll pay off your home. So when you die, they'll take it back. Don't y'all love it? Don't y'all love it? It's crazy how y'all don't pay attention. You know, and granted, it's probably some parents out here that don't even tell their kids what they're going through. But I suggest you tell your children what you're going through so they know what they're facing years to come. What could happen to them. I tell my kids everything, especially about money. Because they got to go out here in this world and survive it. And it's not an easy survival. They go to college. They're working to pay for school. The parents are trying to help them. College is so high these days that where the kids got to literally work. See, back in the day, the kids didn't have to work. The parents would just pay the bills and, you know, buy the books and everything. These days, the kids got to go work in order to go to college because their parents can't afford it. That's how high the bills are. I keep wanting to go back to school. Every time I talk to a school, they telling me 20,000 plus. You got to be kidding me. I'm not taking out. I got enough credits almost to get my associate's degree. Okay. However, in today's world, associate's degree means nothing. That's just like having a high school diploma. So you need your bachelor's degree to even take that step up. Okay. So I would need a year and maybe I would say a year and a half. Okay, to complete my bachelor's degree. Okay. Now, with that being said, at $20,000 a semester, that's $60,000. I know on a $60,000 car note, that's roughly $800 a month. Now, if I'm in school, and I'm just using this theory, y'all. If I'm in school and I can't work a full-time job and I'm not worth, according to the government, $30,000 a year, $30 an hour, how am I supposed to pay back $800 a month just starting out in a career? How am I supposed to do that? Plus have a car to get around in. Plus pay my rent. Plus buy food. How am I supposed to do that? I mean, just do the math, people. That's how you can tell people that ain't never did nothing. See, I was caught in that rim early. You know, I went to college. I went to Touro College, y'all. In Harlem. Center of Harlem. On 24th Street. Okay. And I was able to get Tap and Pell in the beginning. You know, the government helped me out in the beginning. Then it was told to me, after they sucked me in, well, your Tap and Pell is finished. Now you got to take out a loan. Sign the papers. No, matter of fact, they were saying it. I ain't understand it. I understand what they were talking about. I just signed the papers because I knew I wanted to go to school the next semester. Now I get a bill in the mail talking about I got a $20,000 loan. I'm like, what? You know they're going to get their money. They're going to get their money. Whether you like it or not. They'll take your income tax. They don't care. Then you got these companies that make these these commercials about, oh, you're in tax debt, we can help you. But then they want $800 to get started. If I had $800, I'll be able to give it to them. Why would I give it to you? Okay, so it's all a bunch of bullcrap. Okay? It's just a way for people to gain funding for their business. That's the facts of it. The government has had a hold on me and my paychecks and my taxes for this time 7 years. When I got out of school, they had me on hold for 5 years. Okay, so that's a total of 12 years the government has locked me down for trying to do the right thing. Do you hear me? And all it caused me to do was gain more money because I had to make more money. I had to find a way. So this happened to me young. This is why I understand. And some of y'all may not. And like I said, we know that Trump is a SHIT starter. This is what he does. He's been that way before he even got into presidency. This is what he do. This is how he lives. This is what he likes. He likes drama, And I know a lot of y'all looked at that as like, look, we not used to this, and I wasn't used to it either as a president. But then I understand why he dumbed it down, because y'all people don't understand anything. He had to put the focus on him. He needed y'all to see him, because when Obama was in office, y'all didn't see him. Y'all really didn't. Y'all didn't see the work that man put in. And he put in a lot of work, but he couldn't complete the work. Because he didn't have enough time. It's going to take 20 years to get the work done right in the government completed. So, y'all have to pay attention. I've seen people, like I'm going to use my neighborhood, for instance. When I first moved on the east side of Charlotte, there was mainly Hispanics and just blacks. Now we have white people because they're selling their homes and they're getting out. So they can have money in the bank. So they're dumbing it down now so they can, we'll go live with the Hispanics and the blacks because they don't have to pay out that much money. And that's what they're doing. When I used to walk into one of the markets in my, matter of fact, it's North Charlotte. Walk into one of the markets in North Charlotte, there's nothing but black people. Now all I see is white people. And these are facts. This happened within the last 2 years. So I'm watching this, y'all. I'm paying attention. I'm saying to myself, like, I moved into a black community. And I have nothing against the white people, because I get along with them too. Because they're not all bad. I mean, some of them nasty, but, they're not all bad. But the point still remains, if they're coming back down, that should be a sign to you black people. What part y'all don't understand? Why y'all not paying attention? You have to pay attention to what's going on. Y'all quick to just jump up and talk about, the president is doing this wrong. He don't even talk right. He don't even do this. He don't even do that. Well, shoot. Half of y'all don't think right. So how can y'all judge what he's doing? He had to find a pitch and a niche to get a hold of these kids before the turnover. And what messed that up was the Black Lives Matter. When they was killing, the police killing our people. That messed it up. That's what turned the leaf. Because he would have won this year. But when these police officers, and granted, that's who y'all should be mad at. Y'all should be mad at the police officers that killed our people. Okay, because they're the ones who messed it up for the whole government, because they turned the leaf with that, and then now everybody's looking at things differently because they feeling like Trump didn't do nothing about it, and that wasn't in the plan. That wasn't in the plan. That came out of nowhere. Y'all, everybody was supposed to be in the house. It shouldn't have been no police officer neck on George Floyd. Because he should have been in the house. We was on lockdown. So who thought that something like that would happen? Now, Breonna Taylor, them kicking in her door, coming in her house, that's somewhere else. That's like unheard of to me. You know what I'm saying? That one really blew my mind. That's why I had to even go out and support the protesters, because that blew my mind. Like, really, now you can't even be in your own house. They're kicking in your door? Really? The last I knew, okay, and this is my days are coming up, in order for police officers to kick in your door, okay, and another thing, I'll probably talk about that tomorrow, about jurisdiction, because police have a certain amount of jurisdictions as well as the feds have a certain amount of jurisdiction. So certain things have been going down. The police didn't even have jurisdiction to even put their hands on the people. So this is why I'm trying to understand some things. But anyway, last I was told, I've seen, and y'all know I come from Harlem, so I've seen a lot of things go down, okay? You can't just go kicking in people's door. It don't work that way. You have to have warrants and all kind of stuff. So you telling me after they banged on this woman's door for hours and hours, not hours, for minutes and minutes, and she didn't come to the door, then they decided to kick in and just went in her room? It's more to that story, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. But I'm mad that this black woman had to lose her life in her bed. That doesn't sit with me good, because I'm just like her. So I understand that fight that we was, fighting about our lives matter. It does. But guess what? Our lives still matter. It's just in a different way. And y'all going to see. See, when somebody dies, that's instant. This death is going to be real slow. And y'all going to see it. Okay? Y'all going to see it. Y'all going to feel it. You know how when a person, for those that ever had cancer, see, I watched a lot of my family members die from cancer. So I know what they went through. Okay? And they died slow. This is what's about to happen to the whole America. We're about to die slow. For those that's already at the bottom, it is what it is. You make your choices. It's your world, your choice. Are you going to go with the poor, or you going to keep fighting? I'm kind of in the middle, y'all. And I'm going to just be honest with you. I'm kind of in the middle. I want to keep fighting. And then I want to just sit home and say, let them do what they're going to do. That's where I'm at. Because it's not a fight that we can win. And this goes out to the white people too. I know y'all mad. I'm mad too, because I had investments too. But what can we do about it? Nothing. So with that being said, make your choice. Sell your houses to these rich people that's real rich that want to get rid of their monies. Because they need to get rid of it, or the government going to take it. That's just the way it's going to be. And y'all going to have to deal with it for the next 4 years. Or 8. Because even if Biden gets out of office in 4 years, those laws still going to be in place until the new president comes in and fights to change it. So we might go through this for the next 8 to 10 years. Pay attention, people. History repeats itself. This is what they went through years and years ago. Right after the Spanish flu. History repeats itself. And right after the Spanish flu, then that's when came the Great Depression. That's when people start migrating north. Now they're trying to get them to migrate south because it's a little bit cheaper down here versus being up north. But you're not going to make any money. So hopefully if you got money stacked, you'll be okay. This is just what it is. We're running up and down the road. That's what they got us doing, running up and down the road. Our ancestors did it, and we got to do it too. This is just what it is. History repeats itself. And that's what y'all not paying attention to. And this is why I thought I should make this podcast, because we already been through this. This is not the first time America has been through this. This is not the first time. Granted, maybe the first time with the Black Lives Matter because people are tired and, they out there and fighting for their rights, and it's right. But in the reality of things, we already been through this. It was just done differently. Back then, they were hanging us. And then what we'd do is go in our houses and close our doors and lock them and say we ain't dealing with them white people because they killing us. Now we're out here, being boisterous, fighting back. That's the only difference. But this happened already. What we're going through already happened in history. Okay? So what's to follow next? And this is why people are selling their homes and they're getting out and they're holding on to their money. Because they don't know what's next. I see it every day. We got so many people down here in Charlotte, it's unreal. I get so mad when I go outside because the traffic is unreal, people. I mean, unreal. We got New Yorkers, New Jersey. We got California. We got, oh my God, we got so many people here. And I said to myself, they see me surviving. A lot of the people online, they talking to me like, shoot, Jackie's surviving. Well, house pretty decent. Okay. She fat. So she eating. Why not? I'm heading down south. And I get it, y'all. You know what I mean? I get it. But you got to remember, I'm a hustler. So I'm going to make some things happen. My kids ain't going to starve. I'm not with that. No. So you get down here, you better know how to hustle because you ain't going to make no money unless you got some checks coming in. If you got some checks coming in, you're all right. But if you ain't got no checks coming in, you're thinking about getting a job or if you transfer your job, then you'll probably be okay. But if you think about getting a job, it's going to be pretty hard unless you go on Amazon. And then he going to work you to death. I love you, Amazon. But he's still going to work you to death because all the people shop from Amazon. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You either go there, struggle through it and get the paycheck, or you don't. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, people. But I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Y'all got to open your minds, open y'all got to see what's going on. Y'all don't even pay attention. When you got a man that owns a business, what's his name? Jeff, Amazon. Jeff. I forgot his last name. I think it's Jeff. Is it Jeff? Yeah, but anyway. When this man gets on TV and say, I'm about to go bankrupt, you know something is wrong. Start doing your research. Because if the man that we all praise, because he got all the cheap prices, he got the Amazon Prime, he even got EPT now, he doing it big, and he's saying, I'm about to go bankrupt. Pay attention. Start doing your research. When I hear a big hitter like that say they about to go bankrupt, I'm on the internet looking at numbers, seeing what the hell is going on. This is Jacqueline Richardson, It's JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. I love y'all. This is why I give y'all this information And I'll talk to y'all soon.